Welcome back to the main event and the Rio Poker Room. Chip leader Jamie Gold is hooked up in a hand with smack-talking leader Eric Molina. It is Gold's turn to act.
300.
And he is going to raise to 300,000 after the turn. Back to Molina now.
I raise.
Got a raise is coming up.
You raised me 200?
Yes.
And a re-raise from Eric Molina.
Raise.
Might as well put it all in.
Might as well.
Don't have that much left.
I'm on.
All in.
There you go.
Jamie should be careful what he wished for.
Big re-raise back to Gold. Molina flips his all-in button, ends up in front of Jamie Gold, and it's fired back.
Hey, don't be an ass.
Excuse me?
Asses in glass houses shouldn't throw
All
chips.
in.
Just because you're losing, that's fine.
I'm losing.
Yeah.
Who's sitting there with no chips?
Losing this hand, sir. Call me then.
You want to make a side bet who lasts longer in the tournament?
Stop. Sure.
Yeah? How much?
How about you get in this hand right now?
How much?
This is a classy confrontation.
Call me then.
Molina testing the patience of chip leader Jamie Gold.
You're going to fold. Stop wasting time, so. You just got caught, so why don't you just hurry up?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know you did.
Gold will fold. And Molina takes the pot.
I'll see you at the end. I mean, sorry, no, I won't.
I'll be honest with you, Lon. I don't like walking to a card room when this is what I see and hear. I wish they would take it outside to like Antarctica.
Well, thanks for your 200,000,
You're welcome. Good luck.
Well, the hand is over, but these two just will not let it go. The jousting continues.
Excuse me, penalty.
Penalty. I did not
Uh-oh.
say that.
Yes,
No,
yes,
thank
you
you.
did.
Penalty.
Floor.
I did not.
Thank you.
I did not complete that word. First of all, floor, I did not. Camera?
Bye.
He said
No,
that
I didn't complete the word.
He said the F word.
No, I did not.
Take a walk.
So you moved this away.
Bye.
That's wrong.
Bye.
Now, this would not be the first time that Molina would be sent off with a penalty.
What's that, shadow puppets?
6 minutes on the clock. You can come back in.
That is just.
Well, with a relatively young field here at the main event,
Thanks for your chips, though. That was
this
great.
type of juvenile behavior was bound to crop up under the pressure of the millions of dollars that they are playing for, but that still is no excuse for the schoolroom antics.
Well, now he can make a phone call and curse all he wants.
So Molina sent off to cool his heels as Sue with a hand to raise.
You know that Sue is loose and that he can have a wide range of hands here. His chips are very much in play, but you just flat here, you can take your tens in position, and that's never bad. If you ended up four betting, you're kind of turning your tens into a bluff.
There is the call. So big pot between the two big stacks, 15.2 million in the middle. We haven't seen a flop.
Got two players.
Ace queen against tens. Oh, wow.
About 3 or 6 million.
And this is the opponent that you want to make a set against. He doesn't value his tournament life as much as almost anyone else who's still left.
And he's sticky.
He's sticky. If he thinks he's the best hand, he will stick chips in. If he thinks he can make you fold, he will stick infinite chips in.
So there's just a call.
And all the more reasons for Timothy Sue to think he might have the best hand here.
Sue checks it.
Checks.
Check, check. Interesting. This has to be 15, something like that. Would you make it extra big to make it a little suspicious?
Yeah, he has to make it look like he has king jack. Ace king, ace jack.
Wow. Most of the yellow going in.
Raise.
Now, what does
45
Sue
million.
see in that?
Calls. Let's
He
see,
made the call. Oh, a crushing blow to Timothy Sue. And once again, Hossein Insan is the recipient of a monster pot. Twice in one day.
From Argentina, you have to have.
He knows no
Yeah.
rappers. How much more clear is he have to be? Does he have to be?
Then we change music.
Okay.
All right, looks like we're cutting out a raise. Go 5. Ooh,
Here they come. He cannot get away.
that's tough, man. 18 bigs, you got jacks. It's just,
Aces one time.
he's gonna hate to see this.
What did he say? Ace King one time?
No, aces one time.
Oh.
Sorry, they
what I was wondering.
dealt to Cruz. And yeah, Creve
We
can
go in,
afford
and
it.
aces have the jacks and the queens.
Wow.
Queens.
Just painful.
Bad
for
shape.
Lee. Painful for or Creve too, but he can afford it.
Oh, really bad for them.
No.
No, heart to heart.
Oh, yeah, the heart? Yeah. I thought it was
Heart is five.
You know what?
Heart at six of hearts.
No. You know what? No. Let's put a 9 heart out there.
2 of clubs.
10 heart.
Another
10
heart.
Not a bad
Queen
card
of
for
hearts.
Lee.
The only one in play.
Lee's drawing it to a 9.
Wow.
Non-heart 9 will give it to Lee in a really dirty fashion.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no. Pick up 3 more.
There's the river. And the ace of hearts. Oh, wow.
The king of heart.
Wow, for the double knockout.
Gets the flush.
Cata looking to raise it up. He does raise it to a little more than $2.5 million. Now Saud in the big blind. And 2 queens for the Frenchman.
If Saud wins, he could ignite a moneymaker type effect in France. By the way, Saud won a $50 online satellite into the main event. Moneymaker won a $40 satellite in 2003.
Saud with a re-raise to $5 3/4 million. Back to young Joe Cata.
Come on.
All in.
And he moves all in.
And this would be for half of Antoine's stack. He wants to take a deep breath and make sure he hasn't run into aces or kings.
Carter.
Antoine does make the call to put Cata at risk. And an embarrassed Joe Cata shows his deuces. And Cata in big trouble.
I'm surprised Joe Cata pushed there, Lon. He had 40 big blinds left and just misread the strength of Saud's hands.
Cata has put his fans through the ringer here tonight. If Saud can hang on, he'll own almost 120 million chips.
Saud began this hand with 80 million in the chip lead. Cata will have 80 million in the chip lead if he gets lucky.
Darvin hoping Cata doesn't get lucky so he can be heads up. Here's the flop. Oh! A deuce for Cata. He gets the set.
Unbelievable for Joe Cata.
He did it to Jeff Schulman and now does it to Saud.
You don't want the best hand here, you want the best luck.
Wow, Joe Cata now in dominating positions. He's a tray on the turn. He keeps the lead.
It seems like Joe Cata should be 100 miles away now with no chips. He keeps coming back, and now he's about to become the chip leader.
Saud now the one looking for a miracle. Darvin thinking heads up, may have to wait.
Cata needs to dodge a queen to double up.
River card is a 6, and yet another big double up for Joe Cata. And with that one comes the chip lead. Saud taking the bad beat quietly.
Sam Greenwood looks a little pained. Like he's going to do something.
to be fair, he's pretty balanced with that. He always looks in pain.
Mm-hmm. How come you don't give me any credit for that?
It's just your face, Norm.
Well.
Oh. Ace, ace. It's been a while since we've seen those 2 cards. But he's relatively deep with Sue. 2 of the bigger stacks of the table.
With an economy of motion, a call. Aces against the biggest stack in the room.
Looks like about 1.8. Yeah, so he doesn't size up here.
Yeah.
Timothy Sue seeing a turn card here. He's getting 4-1 on this call, and he's less than a 2-1 dog in the hand.
Call.
He does call, and they're building a monster pot here in progress to become one of the monster stacks in the room. Here it comes.
Bet 3.5.
It's no damage to Sue, though. He's got quite the stack here.
Man, I want to keep that big stack.
All in.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
says all in.
We haven't seen Sue get out of line at all. He's barely played any hands. Sam has almost no information on him except that he seems to be a pretty snug player.
And this decision for all of Sam Greenwood's chips.
He just built himself a monster arsenal. He sees this opportunity in front of him. He does make the call with aces.
Sue is
Sue
caught.
turns over his draw.
Sorry, I just wanted to see if somebody was busting at the other.
That was good.
Sam Greenwood is your main event chip leader here late on basics. Greenwood sits down.
I'll take it.
Sue watches this river card come down.
One
The
time.
king comes home for Timothy Sue, sending Sam Greenwood to the rail.
Robert has aces again.
I came here prepared to take one hit. So if it happens, good luck to you. If it doesn't happen, good luck to me.
In a tight spot with pocket kings is Jose Manuel Nadal.
Come on, just flop me an ace. I don't even want to sweat. I don't want to fade a 2-outer.
I just checked my notes. Every time Jean Robert is in a hand, he's talking and his opponent is not.
Deuce 10 queen.
Like that. Come on, dog. No face cards. We don't want to see a face card. No more. A nice little deuce ball would be just fine.
A nice little deuce ball would be just fine. The Jean Robert Balan story.
9 on the turn.
Good.
Nadal turns a straight draw.
Nadal needs a king or a jack, or he is wamboozled.
The river card. Oh, a king for Nadal. Nadal will survive and dish that horrendous beat to Milan.
The best hand doesn't always hold up, and Jean Robert momentarily is silenced. Nadal feels like he just gave birth.
Who runs like this, man?
He is no stranger to bad beats. Even for Milan, that was vicious.
I know you think you got lucky, but it's not you, it's me. I've never been able to beat a 2-outer. I mean, that I already won once. Well, I beat King Queen, that's not a 2-outer. If I could fade 2-outers, it'd be unbelievable.
Much of the heat coming from Will Kassouf. He has 9 high, but has put Stacey Madison in a quandary. A decision for all her chips with pocket queens.
Well, there's over 600k in there, so I want you to call.
You cannot say anything that influences the action of the hand. Saying what's in the pot, you cannot say
she
that.
keeps saying to me
you
that she's got the
cannot
best
say.
hand.
You cannot say what's in the pot. Anything that influences the action, you
All
cannot
these,
say.
like, he's like doing, you're like breaking all these rules, and they're not giving you a penalty. They're not doing anything.
The
for it.
decision's on you, young lady, and you don't need to go on about it.
I'm just.
World Series officials on scene to keep it within bounds.
I want you to call. I told you. Good luck to you. But I did say I'll keep it friendly because it's you and it's a friendly table. If you fold and show, I will show. I'll keep it friendly. But I want you to call 100%. Don't want to bust out with the whole camera crew watching there. This will be embarrassing. You don't put me on this hand, I tell you. I can't say what I've got, but you do not put me on this hand. I'm not talking about my hand.
How come his hand is still live when he?
I'm just saying you don't put me on this hand. That's all I said.
Action's on you.
Yeah, I know, but
Action's on you.
Isn't the rule tough to influence action?
can't talk to influence action. He has. He's telling me he wants me
I
to
will be
call.
having a discussion with this gentleman after this hand is over. At
That's
this
fine.
point, there's nothing that's out of line, but we will be having a talk.
That's fine. All I said was I'll keep it friendly. If she
So
folds
let's
and show, I will show.
until
I'll
this
keep it
hand's
friendly.
over.
That's it's a friendly table. We're
I'm
just
gonna be
enjoying
friendly now.
ourselves.
Let's stop talking until
Okay.
this hand's over.
That's fine.
That's friendly.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to bust me?
I'm not trying to bust you.
Sir, I'm not going to ask you again.
Okay.
Just 2 hands ago, these two had a similar showdown. Kasuf check shoved on the turn with a straight flush, talked up a storm, and Madison correctly folded a pair of aces.
That's a big gun.
I said I'll show. I'll keep it friendly.
You're going to show me a worse hand now. What does that mean?
I'm not. But
This is your last warning. You're going to get a penalty. If
She
you speak
she
again.
comes talk to me. I said nothing.
She's not talking to you
She-
personally.
she
She's
just talked
talking
to
out
me.
loud, okay? You will receive a penalty if another word comes out of your mouth until this hand is finished.
Will's talk is fine until they tell him it's not. Now LaFleur says he cannot talk.
Tournament director Jack Ethel right on Kasuf's shoulder.
Well, now he's talking without speaking. He's pushing it.
I'm going to handle this one. Thank you, sir.
I need a lot of time here to make a decision. I'm sorry.
Will has put Stacy all in. Stacy has the best hand.
Hey, Floor, how about a clock? We all have to
Stablemate Mitch Garsofsky has called the clock on Stacy.
If you have an active, you will get a 10-second countdown. At the count of 0, your hand will be dead.
You know, it's a big decision.
All right, just let her go.
Usually I'm in favor of calling the clock, but she has been under siege most of the time from Will Kasuf. I would have given her a little more room.
The floor person does have the authority to deny a clock request.
I'm going to ask you real quick. The next
didn't
time
say
what? If you make one more gesture like that.
Okay. I'm just trying to be friendly with the lady.
This is not friendly. Okay.
I was told I can't
want to see.
say
You,
another
I don't
word.
want to see you move. You and I are going to have a conversation
Okay.
when this
I'll
hand is
apologize.
over.
Okay.
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
She
You
folds.
want to see it?
Yeah, I want to.
Sick bluff. Turn the double gutter and missed. Never mind. 9 high like a boss. No heart. Big heart of a lion.
9 high like a boss.
So we have a little rule at the World Series of Poker that says you are not supposed to be disrespectful
but
to
how
other
do- I
players
mean,
at the table.
I almost did call too.
Right. If I put heads up, it's like speech play. It's loud as long as you don't disclose the content of your hand.
You taunted her by these motions, did you not?
I wasn't talking. No. We said before you came over, sir.
No, listen to me.
The guys were saying you cannot just say anything. I said
100% taunting. 100% the way that you were treating her.
What did you think that I was trying to say to her?
So listen.
Can I ask you that? What do you think I was trying to say to her?
You were trying to get her to call to make a decision.
No. You weren't here before the other floor staff went.
so
I
I'm
told
gonna
her. Can you hear me out, please, 1 second? I said, I'll keep it friendly. If you fold and show, I will show. And the other gentleman said, if you have one more word out of you, you have a penalty. So without saying it, I said, you show, I'll show. That's all I meant.
Hey, Dave, this guy's on a 1-round penalty until he gets back to the small
One round?
blind. 1 round.
All right? Excuse me, sir. So,
Okay, you're getting ready to get 2 rounds. Okay, so listen to me. You're done explaining. So the best thing you can do is you can go to the side of the rail. If I hear one more thing, it's 2 rounds.
I understand that. Okay, I just wanted to explain myself, that's all. Okay, I apologize.
Continuing three-handed, the blinds now at 601.2 million. Josephine with pocket deuces raises to 2.5 million. Veo with pocket trays.
Veo, 27 years old, 27 World Series cashes. This means he's cashing once a year, every year of his life.
He wasn't cashing in the World Series when he was 4 years old.
Yes, he was.
He calls with his trays. Win with ace-jack.
Quee said, let's gamble after he doubled up Josephine. He is a gambler.
And a re-raise with ace-jack to 7.7 million.
Quee Win's coach, young fan, told him tonight to be aggressive but keep the pot small. I'm not sure how you do both. Josephine and Veo certainly would like to play small ball as much as possible.
Josephine with the smallest pocket pair. And he calls for 5.2 million more. Veo now with another small pocket pair.
Veo has not been that active at this final table, but it has led him to the final 3.
Very respected in the poker world. And he does make the call. So a family pot energizing the crowd. All right, here we go. And a deuce for Cliff and a tray for Veo. Set over set.
Set over pre-flop aggressor. We're going to see some chips flying into the middle.
Veo checks his stronger set. Wen, who missed that flop, as you mentioned, was the pre-flop aggressor. Obliged to continue here. 9.9 million stepping into the hornet's nest.
Yeah, Kui might gamble his way from big stack to small stack very, very quickly.
And now Josephine Coolard with a set underset.
But Cliff absolutely loves this spot. Both he and Veo thinking the same thing. Let Kui build the pots, and we can eventually take a lot of his chips.
Josephine working with chips upon which he recently doubled up. Almost painful to watch Josephine descending into the dungeon here. He makes the call. Now Veo with that statue-like face, the dominating set. There is a call from Gordon. And Kate can hardly stand it.
It's a trapper's convention, but one of the trappers is trapped by the other trapper.
Four of diamonds gives Wen a wheel draw.
Well, ace-5 and 5-6 got there. Nobody has either hand.
Veo checks again. We win. The chip leader is done pumping the pot.
Well, this is what Josephine's been waiting for. He's 90% certain he's ahead here. Though it might cross his mind that there aren't too many hands Veo would call a flop with, given the pre-flop action.
Check, check. 21 million from Josephine.
Well, Veo is 90% certain he's ahead here. They both can't be right. Veo's got to figure Josephine would have 4-bet pre-flop with pocket kings. So Gordon very comfortable here with his set of threes.
The rails, anything but comfortable.
By the way, if Veo just calls here, I'm not 90% certain Win will fold. He might check raise just for kicks.
And Veo is going for it all. That's over 75 million. Win folds.
Can Josephine get away from this? This is the hand of the final table, set over set. Josephine just doubled up. If he calls here, he'll be down to 8 big blinds. I mean, could Veo have like king queen? Seems impossible. I hate to be armchair quarterback since I don't have arms on my chair and this isn't football, but I think this is a fold. It's hard to fold a set, but is Gordon really bluffing here?
Oh, wow, he almost called, double checks, and does call! And we'll finally learn the truth.
Set under set. I knew he had it. I can't fold it. I can't fold it. He didn't flat the threes yesterday, and he flatted them today. He folded yesterday out of the small. What? Joe Catta. Where's Joe Catta? We need a 2. We need a 2. We need a 2.
Cliff was one of Joe Catta's backers of 2009, and Catta hit a big 2 on his way to the main event title.
A 2's coming. Smile, a 2's coming. Let's go. 2's coming. Put a deuce up there. It's coming.
Only one deuce left in the deck.
Veo, one non-deuce away from the chip lead, and he has it!
It is what it is.
I know. You're going to be big one.
I almost folded it.
I know.
He has to have it. He has to have it.
And join a particular table, and there's Scotty Wynn with an 8-3, nothing to crow about. And Uberto Brenes checking his hole cards. He has ace-10, one of the more colorful players in the game.
Literally and figuratively.
So the cards have been dealt, the table now deciding how good exactly they have it. So far, nobody in. And you'll see in the blue shirt on the left of your screen, Jeff Schulman, editor of Card Player Magazine, a very good player on the circuit, but it looks like he does not want to join the action.
21.
Scotty says 21, even though he bet 12,000.
Great.
Did you hear I say 21?
Umberto says he wants to raise. Has not thrown the chips in just yet. As we look at that graphic, you see with the cards that they have, Brenes with an overwhelming advantage.
Now he's raised $40,000. Scotty Wynn had bet with an 8-3 offsuit. Now when you bet with absolutely nothing, when someone comes back over the top of you, you usually get rid of it. You muck the hand. I suspect he's going to get rid of this hand. He even eats chewing gum, interestingly, doesn't he?
He does. He does. I like that.
What a character.
South of the border feel.
Scotty taking his time. There's a 3-8 offsuit.
This is going to be the greatest move I ever made.
He's saying it's going to be the greatest move he's ever made. I'm amazed at what he's doing. He's betting $100,000 on cards the Salvation Army would reject. Umberto Brenes has an ace-10. He's more than a 2-1 favorite.
Keep Michelob coming, baby.
He said he likes to drink at the table. He's living up to that.
I tell you, I think you have to be drinking a shot and a beer to make that bet, but he's just got a beer.
Maybe if they had a 3-5 or something, he'd be taking the shot. But the 3-8, and now he's going to wait out Umberto Brenes.
Guys, got Umberto to take off the Red Sox cap and the sunglasses.
He's got to look inside Scotty Wynn to find out if he's bluffing. It's easy for us. We know the hole cards. But Umberto's got the tough task.
You can't call. Too much for you. 100,000, that's too much for you.
All right, I pass this time.
No. No!
Umberto's going to pass.
What you got? I bet 100,000 with this hand, baby.
Rubbing it in.
No. Turn over.
Hall of Fame bluff.
I told you 21. I thought I played blackjack. God damn.
Here's a man who knows how to play Vegas. Scotty Wynn, the former champion, flamboyant and bold, and a winner.
That's no limit, baby.
Steve Danneman with ace-3.
Raise.
Offsuit announces a raise. The blinds are at 150 and 300,000. Danneman raises it to 700,000. Hashem was 7-3 offsuit. You play this short-handed even?
Not usually. Well, he can beat the 7-deuce.
Danneman with a 3-1 advantage as we go to the flop. A flop is 4, 5, 6. Hashem flopped a straight.
Well, now he can beat a lot of hands.
Oh, my goodness.
And he will check his monster hand.
Danneman with a straight draw. That's 700,000.
Plus 1 million.
And a raise of 1 million more.
I thought Hashem might wait, but he will pounce now. Danneman's got a real playable hand, up and down straight draw plus the ace high.
Danneman makes the call. Now we go to the turn. Hashem with a big advantage. It's an ace.
That's a disaster card for Danneman.
The best he can hope for is a chop pot.
2 million.
Hashem is in a great position. He'll bet 2 million. He cannot lose this hand.
Unfortunately for Danneman, he's got a pair of aces and an up and down straight draw. He's really got to like his hand.
This guy's always laughing at critical moments.
And these are treacherous waters for Steve Danneman. You can see the percentages.
You having fun?
My God, it's a ball. $2 million. That's a pretty large bet for a young man of your playing ability, huh?
I'm telling you, Lon, these guys should move in together, and ABC has its Odd Couple remake.
I raise 3 million more.
Danneman now announces a raise. And Hashem next to act, trying to figure out how to get the most chips he can out of his opponent.
He does want to double check to make sure he has that straight.
But we're being friendly. All right, stop. I'm all in.
Joseph Hashem is going to try to put Danneman all in. Hashem with the straight.
I'm all in.
And Danneman bites. Joseph Hashem has a straight and a title in the waiting.
Oh, the bracelet all but around his wrist now.
I got a chance.
Now, not much of one. He can only tie this pot.
7 and 7 only.
Hashem trying to become the first foreign-born winner of the main event since Carlos Mortensen in 2001.
Hashem flopped the straight and then played Danneman perfectly here to the river. The suspense is paralyzing some of these Aussies.
Wait. There's one more card.
Good luck.
Not over yet.
Danneman needs a 7 or Joseph Hashem will be our world champion.
And now our river card. It's a 4, and there you have it. Joseph Hashem stands alone. The man from down under has reached the pinnacle of poker and will forever be known as the 2005 world champion.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.